Hey, this is David. Welcome to Trashcan Garage. For those who've been following along, I've restarted my channel, so I'm picking up in the middle of my project. And for those who haven't been following along, I'm starting in the middle of my project. I'm not good at making videos and putting things together in a welcome fashion, so I'm just going to start right here. My current project, 1957 Pontiac Catalina 𝕭𝖊𝖗 hardtop, found locally 2 counties away, sat in a barn for 30 years. I'm the 3rd owner. It's registered and titled, all legal. Previous owner started to work on it, and then they put it up, and that's where it's sat. You can see some of the dirt still on there. The main thing that appealed to me, besides the fact that it's a really solid car, was the fact that the previous owner had the engine swapped, and had a new motor built for it. This is a Pontiac 347. It's a former tri-power motor. Still got the tri-power bracket on the generator. The rest of the motor's fresh. I added the chrome bits from eBay. I rebuilt the Rochester 4GC that's on there, and then I found out that it's got a 56 4-barrel manifold and carb. So I've got a 57 4GC for it, and I've got a proper 57 4-barrel manifold for it. The 56 manifold has 4 small ports. You can see the secondaries on this are larger. I have also rewired from the cabin back. Had refreshened up the instrument cluster and had the steering column out to put a new rag joint in. The gauges you see under the dash will be changed out for some period correct pieces when I swap out the manifold. Everything else I've added. I've got floorboard work that I'm doing next. There's some rust there and real thin spots, so that's shot. And it's mainly moisture from the drainage pipes that came around from the windshield. So there's the main bad spot. That's what I'm going to be working on next, as soon as I brush up on my welding skills. Car was originally green. I've got all the pieces, all the trim. The only thing was missing was the original air cleaner. It came in brown primer, and earlier last year I went on eBay looking for some fender skirts, found a set cheap, and they just happened to be shot in the same color primer. I got lucky. There's the original green. Got the trunk all cleaned out and got some rust encapsulator down. The trunk was a mess. It had been used to store parts and drywall compound and refractory cement and all kinds of garbage, so the trunk was a mess. I wanted to clean that up just to make it look like I was making progress. There's my fresh wires for the tail lights. I call it Trashcan Garage for a few reasons. Number one is a tribute to Big Daddy Ed Roth and custom culture, and a music group from back in the early 60s called the Trashman, who popularized a song called Surfin' Bird. And also as a tribute to my grandfather, Albert Ziegler, who on Monday nights back in the 60s and 70s would drive around the neighborhood on trash night looking for bicycles and appliances and fans and lawnmowers to rescue and take home to refurbish and take back down to Florida to sell. He was the ultimate picker. Made a good living at that for about 25 years. And of course the place does look like a trash can, so I am Oscar the Grouch with a wrench and a bad attitude. So this is David, this is Trashcan Garage, and when I pick back up with my next video, hopefully I'll be doing some welding on my floorboards, and we'll see what kind of progress I can make this summer. The car does runs good. You can see my IV tank there. It came with 4 Kragers, you can see in the back, which I don't like. A buddy of mine up the road has a small wrecking yard. Fixed me up with some 5-on-5 Pontiac wheels and tires. Those are old Sears bias ply, which is what I'll be putting on the car. So, if y'all have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to subscribe, mash that bell, and if you have questions, like I said, leave a comment. If you have anything you want to see. This is a hobby, and I don't work regularly, so your updates will be infrequent, but they will come. And we'll see what happens. This is David with Trashcan Garage. Thanks for hanging in there while I ramble and stumble, and come back. I'll make it worthwhile. Have a good one.